Hello everyone, it's nice to have you join me again on Top Talk, and today I have the privilege of speaking with Professor Kelani Mohammed Abubakar. He's a man of many colors, of course, and he is an astute politician and engineer, an APC stalwart. It's nice to have you, Professor, join me on this conversation.
My sister, thank you. Viewers, thank you very much.
You are a party man, and I would want to start immediately on that premise. You once wanted to be the president of Nigeria. Is that dream still on?
No, it's not the president, the governor of Kaduna State.
Okay, the governor
of Kaduna State.
Okay.
Well, you see, I will keep that one to myself. We are politicians. I know where you are aiming, but let me keep that secretly. You see, the issue of aspiring to an office is a great one to serve the people. But it has to be by the supporters, the grassroots. Once they say, that time that I contested for governorship during AMPP in Kaduna, it was the people who said, come, contest, and I did. That is history. Now, what we are after in this country today is good governance. And the way things are, we need to be very careful. Who brought Buhari? He did his 8 years. He has gone. He left plethora of problems on ground. The first two is the issue of subsidy of petroleum and that of the dollarization of the economy. Well, when we also brought this government of Alhaji Ahmed Tinubu, because I'm the DG Confederation of all APC support groups that supported the government, about over 180 support groups, 1,000 nationwide. We did our best. Nobody gave anybody cover what, because it was incumbent upon us, though it's not in our national constitution, that we have to return the presidency. It was a gentleman agreement. So after the 8 years of Buhari, we now say, okay, definitely some northerners who are agitating to be president, they say, no, that arrangement should not hold again. But we say no. We want peace and unity to reign in Nigeria. It has to go to the south. And even the south, it has to be our Tinubu, Emilorka. We did our best. We brought the government. We have plethora of problems, which I believe we are into governance in Nigeria today, the APC, just about 1 year and some months. What our government envisaged, we thought it was a small problem that we can solve under 1 year. But believe me sincerely, my sister, the problems are many. And I will not shy away from the grievous mistake we made.
Which is?
Removing the subsidy at once. If I were close to Mr. President that time, I could have told him, yes, it's time to remove the subsidy, because some oil magnates are benefiting from it to the detriment of the masses. But it has to be a gradual process, because petrol, PMS, affects the strata of the economy. transportation, food items, industries, barely everything. But nevertheless, the removal was good because, as I said earlier, some people are milking us dry through subsidy. It was a good honor for this country, but it seems the palliatives that the government has been doling out has not reached the grassroots, and that's why you can see hunger, unemployment in the country today. That's why you can see the agitation now for, Nigerians. I cannot say all Nigerians, those that are thinking that the government is not doing the right thing, those that after election, they have been denying the election. You know them more than me. They are in the opposition. Then we have crops of other, organized labor. They have been threatening all the time, strike on one side. And the social media troubleshooters, always, when they see black, they turn it to white. See, this country, we need to come together. God brought us together despite our differences. Though tribes and tongue may differ, He knows why He brought us together. What a Nupe man have, maybe Kaduna, you Kaduna people, they don't have it. What the Igbos have, the Hausa don't have it, and He brought us together. So all we need to do is to make Nigeria great. Nigeria on earth today is the richest country in natural resources. No country can compete with Nigeria. We have all it takes. There is no minerals that we don't have. It's just for us to harness it and use it judiciously for our people. So that mistake that happened now skyrocketed everything. Today, inflation rate, according to those people monitoring it, they said it's about 34% from 20, which is very, very high. And the APC government and the president, they are doing their best to see that. You can see the 7-point agenda. And believe me, sincerely, those policies that have been, rolling out for us, if Nigerians can be patient, definitely Nigeria will be a better place for us. The issue of insecurity, insurgency, and armed robbery, banditry, these are the bane today, because our government is supposed to have focus on food security, education, to eradicate illiteracy, and the healthcare system. When people, are sick, you can go to any primary clinic and, take drugs, and then, you see, but the issue is that this insecurity also, whether we like it or not, is affecting this Nigerians and Nigeria to the extent that our farmers cannot go to farm again. You go to farm, you are adopted. So I think the focus now is for us to eradicate, not even reducing it to the barest minimum. We must eradicate insecurity in this country.
I'm happy, Prof, you're already pointing this out. And I looked through your CV as well. You've been in a position for a while until the coming of APC.
Yes.
And most of the issues we complained back then during the years of PDP, we're still having them.
Yes.
Most of the complaints the APC is having now, the PDP had them against the APC in the years of them being in power.
Yeah.
And they will tell you, those in the opposition will tell you that the APC was constantly protesting on bad governance, on issues that affect the everyday life. And today you are saying we should not protest.
Yes. We are not saying, you see, okay, let me take the issue of PDP. PDP ruled this country for a good 16 years.
Yes.
And they mismanaged, misgovernance. Everything went, corruption was the bane. And that was why that time when we were in opposition, as you said, we kept saying we need a better Nigeria. And we were so kind because through the amalgamation in 2015, we were able to come on board. But the issue, it was transmitted, insurgency, Boko Haram from PDP, which metamorphosed today to banditry in the Northwest. Don't forget, the South here has its own program, the IPOP. It's on ground. The Southwest were agitating for their own self-determination. So it's not today, it's decades of negativities that has been happening in Nigeria. I believe in it sincerely, as I mentioned earlier, we thought it was a simple thing to take on and to resolve under 1 year. It's not possible. You can see, even the last administration, the money Buhari's administration spent on insecurity is overwhelming.
But we thought we were going to see some actions being taken about these monies, where they went to, and there was no results.
That one will be a discussion for another day. It's a very large area. We'll come to that. It's corruption. It's corruption. So let's keep that. Nigerians, I don't know, we have to put it in prayers. Because even our little children now that are growing, they are trying to emulate their parents who steal money. Supposing there's no corruption in Nigeria, there's no country that can compete with Nigeria, because we have everything. But that mismanagement, that corruption, that misgovernance is the problem, is the bane. So you mentioned, so the problems that we inherited from PDP government after 16 years is still the one that is on ground, which we are trying to solve. Whether they are abusers or they don't, they know the reality and they know what is on ground. So, headlong, the president came in, he's doing his best to make sure that he turn around the economy so that there will be economic stability, national stability in this country for all of us. But some people, as they are bringing out these policies, good policies, some people are opposing it. They are on one side still singing the election was not, they denied it, that election. And they are still not working towards helping the government. In developed climes, after election, during campaign, you can say anything. But after campaign or after elections, they will come together for the benefit of their country.
Prof, I want to
then on the issue of this, you know, I'm coming to the question you asked. Why we don't want this demonstration or strike. We don't want what happened in Kenya just the recent one that is happening. They started the issue of tax finance bill. And they told the General Z that, look, they came out en masse, this youth. We don't want it. He said, okay, it's cancelled. Now they are agitating for the president to resign. Go to Kenya today, you cry for them. So by the time, we are afraid that what happened during the NSAS will still repeat itself. That October, some time ago, you remember. It's the beauty of democracy to demonstrate when you are wronged. It's in the Constitution. But there are elements who want to bring anarchy, arson. They will hide under this peaceful demonstration that we call it, and start burning places, killing people. That is what we don't want. At this crucial time, that the government is trying its best to see that they bring the issue of this hunger to the barest minimum, the issue of insecurity to tackle it headlong, the issue of economy, so that Nigerians will be happy. But we can see the social media troubleshooters, troublemakers, and from all indication, though they said the Igbos in Lagos have denied that it's Igbos that are trying to cause this problem, they said we must demonstrate. At the end of the day, the hoodlums will now take over. They denied it. They say they disassociated themselves from what the rumor that has been going around. The issue of opposition is there. The issue, those people calling for self-determination in Nigeria, those that don't even believe in this country, is there. Okay. Then the youth unemployment, we are tackling it. Don't forget, during our president, Jonathan, they called for recruitment exercise. All our stadiums were filled with youth. If you can remember that time.
The stampede.
Stampede. You have maybe 2 million jobs. You have about 30 million people looking for 2 million jobs.
Prof, I will need to hold you on that. I'm told that I must take this break. We're going to take this break. We'll be back in just a moment. So, Prof, we've agreed that these problems have been with us for decades, but there's an allegation against your party by the public that APC does not fire people for bad behavior. People stay in offices and they go against presidential directives and instructions and they remain.
But not in this dispensation. You saw what happened to your sister, Edu, humanitarian. When the issue came drastically, promptly, the president acted, she was removed. I believe it was a lot of administration like what you are trying to say, Buhari's administration. It is true. You cannot shy away from that. And even that time we are advising them. When somebody is not performing, you have to remove him. You have to remove him and put the right people. And that's why this now brought me to the issue of we've been telling our government As the DG Confederation of all APC support groups, we supported the government, but no single support group member has been appointed. We are professionals, engineers, doctors, who call it anything, and very experienced people. Many of us, some have worked before, and they know how they can fix this country. We've been calling on Mr. President to do it quickly, to bring in those that can help him to turn around this country for good. Because if somebody is not performing and you leave him there, it's a problem for the country. Buhari had done his own, though we kept telling him that time he didn't. Truly speaking, we have to say the truth. But this government, the president has done it before in Lagos, and we believe he's going to do it again. Maybe in the next 1 year, God's willing, Nigerians will now be saying thank you to this government. In other developed climes, when government comes in, you go back to the drawing board. Already you have identified your problems. You will now provide solutions to them. It takes time. But because of what has been happening, Nigerians want quick fix. And that's why this problem is there now. So all these youths that they are mobilizing, because they are angry and hungry, we are calling on Nigerian youth. If they burn this country down, they can't go anywhere. Let them give the government a chance. If you want to demonstrate, let it be peaceful. Nobody is saying you cannot demonstrate. We are not shying away from it. But to turn it violent, to make it catastrophic, to start killing people, that is what we're afraid of. And that's what some elements that are sponsoring this demonstration are all after. If it's not them, it should not be somebody. Well, the orientation man, the digital orientation, mentioned that they should arrest the presidential candidate of Labour Party, Obedient, Mr. Obi, that he has hand in it.
But he has denied that.
Well, if he's arrested, it is only in the court of law that he can deny it, not verbally.
But wouldn't that be far-reaching to arrest him based on someone saying arrest him?
No, it will not be far-reaching. If somebody is constituting a risk to over 250 million people, he should be checkmated. He has to go and prove his innocence.
But with all due respect, nobody arrested President Buhari when he also called for anarchy. He was not arrested.
But did Buhari call for anarchy? You are just telling me now. I don't know.
Yes, because he made a very popular remark back then in Kaduna, and it made headlines.
What did he say? I don't know. But for now,
yes.
For now, what is on ground, they have to come out. Even the opposition generally must come out and tell us that, because from all the investigation now, and even Sowore in America, the former presidential candidate of AAC, he is also, he was arrested and run away. Now he's causing trouble there. We also learned that there are foreign elements that are supporting this demonstration. It has never happened all over the world. In developed lands, the democracy we are copying. When they demonstrate, they don't kill, they don't set ablaze economic national assets. They don't do that.
But the demonstrations haven't started yet.
Yeah, no, but all our fear, we have seen the handwriting on the wall. The way we've been hearing in the radio, on television, how they are mobilizing youth towards this demonstration, it's not going to augur well for us. Truly speaking, what we need in Nigeria is peace and unity. And the government so far, it's okay, take these palliatives. They quickly dole out 22 trucks of rice to each state, including federal capital, if our governors can do the needful. For example, we are from Kaduna State. We have 23 local government areas. Each truck is about 600 metric tons. And you have about 22. What is the population of a local government in each state of the federation? That means these 22 trucks will go down to the grassroots. So that's why we kept calling on governors not to give these palliatives to their colleagues or the political jobbers. It should go down the distance. And it's free. It's not for sale. That's number one. 32 billion, just about a week ago, has been doled out for student loan, which I think they said the North has the highest applicants there.
Yes.
Then this government has done well. The issue of local government autonomy, which is nearer to the people, they have now separated the governors from the local government, so that when the fund comes, it goes directly to the local government, which is nearer to the people. The issue of security, the issue of health, the issue of education, good roads will be tackled headlong. That is a good one. And then state INEC has been cancelled. No state governor now, by the time they sign the bill properly, can go and say, okay, I'm in charge of it, let me do the local government election. It's now going to be done by the federal INEC. These are the things that we are saying. And then the issue of these buses, CNG buses, is in the offing. They only think maybe because it is slow.
It's late.
No, it's slow, not late. It's coming, you know. You need to establish filling station for those CNG, compressed natural gas project. This filling
Why
station.
I say it's late, actually, because I would have expected, or a lot of us would have expected it was coming at the same time with the removal of the fuel subsidy.
See, it's a program, and it's a technical program. By the time, how many years does it take to even ordinary PMS filling station to establish? It's more than 2 years. CNG now is a new project where all cars after conversion will just go in and fill at a subsidized rate. I think it will help us, but we are anxious because of what is on ground now about this inflation and the rest of it. So we are calling on Nigeria. This country belongs to all of us. We don't have any other country apart from Nigeria. And the subjugation to negativities by those who are feeling, as I mentioned earlier, that if it's not them, there's nobody. As I said, in development, after election, they will come together for national interest. But here it's not. If I bring out a good policy, they will be opposing that policy. Instead of them to be objective, to bring their own idea, say, look, let's go this way for the benefit of the country. They won't do that. They will be opposing. Anything you do is wrong. This is Nigeria for you, and that's Nigerian factor. So, for us, truly speaking, we are not going to fold our arms to see Nigeria being destroyed. They have already alerted the security agencies to protect. If really we are discarding them not to do it, because the government, August is still far, is trying to do a lot of things that will cushion the effect of this inflation. But nevertheless, or admittedly, we know that by the time this thing is hijacked, I think you will go back to your village. Me, I have a safe haven somewhere. I'll go there.
So maybe I become a politician to get a safe haven.
So, please and please and please, we cannot destroy this country because of some people's selfish interest. There are forces. Initially, they said, oh, it cannot be. Now the courts have said it is. Why can't we give peace a chance? The North, that even our cleric there in Kaduna, Gumi, that is saying God has sent you to come and demonstrate. I would like to see him, if really they are going to demonstrate, let him come out with his children and demonstrate. You cannot sit in the peaceful mosque somewhere calling, even Islam is not there, even in Christianity, nobody is saying you should come and demonstrate against your leaders. It's not there. The only thing is to give good advice, come out, tell the government you are drilling negatively, come back this way, and this is how you have to do it. Bring solution. We need solution. We have intellectuals in this country.
So talking solution, Prof, it would seem like the government, your party, is not doing enough to foster unity, number one, and to give that sign of hope. The president says renewed hope. And the question will be, are we seeing that hope?
The hope is there. I've enumerated certain things that the government is doing.
I'm asking because people will tell you they don't see it.
Because it's running. Look at the emergency that was declared in agriculture. It's there. Supplying fertilizer to farmers and making sure that we have food security in Nigeria. The issue of education. Look at what was budgeted for education. If that money goes to education, you will never see any lecturer coming to strike again.
I'm happy you use the word if, because the Nigerian factor will always come to play.
If it's conditional.
Yes.
Yes. They will never come out because that money will be enough to pay their salaries. They will have money to have workshops, to have laboratories in the universities. Students also will be happy because their student loan are coming. So they have rolled out that. On the issue of health, you can see how the minister has been throttling globally. They want from the polling units, you have primary health care to the ward level, local government, state level, and the federal. All this medical tourism that our people fly out, in the nearest future, once these things are done, I don't think anyone will be flying out for anything. But let me repeat again, it's in slow pace. But you see, Rome was not built in a day. We, as I said, plethora of problems now being tackled. But it has to take time. It has to take time. Let Nigerians eschew bitterness. Support this government. Support your government for all these good tidings they are bringing to you. Don't listen to those that are, fighting brim and storm that Nigeria must not be. They are there every time. And most especially, they are using social media to want to destabilize this country. We are calling on them. If we destroy Nigeria now, where are you going to? Where are you going to? Whether we like it or not, once they come out, some people will hijack it, it will be worse than NSAS. The reports are there. And the security agencies will not sit down, look. They have to do their job. They have to do their job to make sure that they contain anything that will breach law and order in Nigeria. And that's why we are telling parents to caution their children. Maybe they will give them turkey, maybe 2,000, 5,000. At the end of the day, you lose your children. It's not good at all. It's not good at all for this country. The profligacy of our leaders, those that feel without them nothing good will happen. Some have even said Nigeria, even if it is 1 minute, he has to rule it by hook or by crook. And maybe you don't have anything at the upstairs there. So all we need now let me give you an example. One time in the university, I had a project, Nigeria's problems and the solutions. So I now brought the issue of religion, patriotism, and nationalism. On the issue of religion, if you are a Catholic, you are trusted with a position because corruption is the bane. Somebody will come and pack the money that belongs to 2 billion people at once, one person. But if you are entrusted with a position and you believe one day you will give stewardship of what you have done here, when you die, you will do that job to the best of your knowledge as a Catholic or as a Christian or as a Muslim. We have many of them. The example of the former minister of FCT. You can't give him bribe. And any contract that will be given out has to be checkmated. He did his best. Those people are abusing him, but because they are abusing him because he didn't allow them to embezzle money. And that's the Nigerian factor. So, on the issue of this nationalism, some people are saying the amalgamation of 1914 is not part of them. It has expired. What has expired? All we need to do from our own houses, we must check ourselves. Are you doing the right thing? Is it what God who created you say you should do? Are you honest? Are you sincere? What have you contributed to the society? The spirit of nationalism, that this country belongs to me, I must do it to the best of my knowledge. And maybe we can start from primary schools to imbibe in our children the spirit of patriotism. An American citizen today is willing to die holding America's flag. Who want to do that in Nigeria? They don't. Some people even don't believe in Project Nigeria, and they are the ones now trying to burn down the country, which me and you, patriotic citizens, we can't take that. So if we can do that, look, I was in Lagos in the 70s. Buhari promulgated a decree, war against indiscipline. And the bane of Nigeria today is indiscipline, corruption, theft, nepotism. bureaucracy, banditry, insurgency, all is under indiscipline. Once we can get it right, Nigerians are disciplined, all this societal issues will disappear. Definitely it will.
Okay.
It will. When you want to urinate, those good days when they promulgated on the street, you look right, left, front, back. By the time you are arrested, you go for it. Or at the bus stops, you see people queuing neatly to enter bus.
I want to really take you on this indiscipline of an issue, but I want to call for a break.
In the beginning, God created a beautiful world.
3, 2, 1. Action.
And that's why, at KAFTAN Television,
we imagine a beautiful world.
We are not just bragging.
We blaze the trail in broadcasting. And it is about you.
At KAFTAN TV, broadcasting is not just about information, education, and entertainment.
it's an aggregation of all you need to know in Nigeria
and around the world to create signal.
At KAFTAN Television, we have all it takes to be on top in broadcasting.
Our mission is simple: to project Africa in a truthful yet positive manner.
Wait, we're coming to you in style.
Here we are, starting from September.
Look at what the facts are.
And as you say on KAFTAN TV, imagine a beautiful world.
So on the issue of indiscipline, that is something that has also stayed with us for a very long while. And I'm going to take some things back, still to public officers now. I remember as a child that as a public officer, if you're traveling and it's past work hours, you park the government car in a police station. The office driver does not serve your family because he's employed to serve you at work. That's just one instance. But we found ourselves in a situation now where the office we run, you as the office holder, run your family, and run every other person. I will give a close example, which is in contracts awards, like we saw in the last administration. A family will give contract, husband to wife, brother, child. How do we come out of this quagmire?
Fear of God. As I told you, patriotism, true nationalism, and fear of God. When you are entrusted with a position, you do the right thing.
But when people fear God, and they keep doing it,
and they don't even imbibe the spirit of nationalism or patriotism,
and we don't see repercussion, it becomes attractive for others to do.
The only thing is to make our structures stronger and more competent. If you go to Saudi Arabia today, you can't steal. If a leader or a head of an organization is leaving, the structure of that place has been concretized. You follow the rules and the regulations there. That is what it's like in Nigeria. Somebody will come as a head of a place. He's the Omega and Alpha. He does what he wants and goes away. No law catches him. But in other developed climes, already those institutions, they have laws, regulations which you must follow. An ordinary messenger or cleaner will caution the head, say, look, this, sir, this is not correct. They won't allow you, even the citizens themselves, they won't allow the leader. I want a situation where, when I traveled, I was in England, and we are going to, I went to one school, in Chelmsford. During break time, the ordinary staff will come on queue for food. The managers, the directors will also come and follow the staff. That system is operating very well. That's number one. Number two, on the security aspect, I was moving in one street, unknown to me. They were, all the upstairs, they were peeping, me and one Sadona. Before you realize it, they have called the police, because citizens themselves must be part of security to give information to the security agencies. Under 30 minutes, when we entered one street in Labrador Grove, they came and arrested us. Those people opening the windows, they were watching us. They said they have seen strangers.
Loitering.
So they came, arrested us, they asked us questions, we gave them our passports. They saw that it was genuine. We are just walking towards the railway station underground. They said, we are sorry. Under 5 minutes, we are released. Then I saw one preacher yesterday. He said, in one of the, whether was it in America, a friend of his, they were sitting down. On the street, the police were announcing, if you know you are not a good man, and you have been, you are not doing the right thing, come out, let's see you. A friend has 2 wraps of marijuana in his pockets. His friend gave him one for him. He said you should keep one. So the friend now, he was moving to go to tell police that I have 1 marijuana, 1 is for me, and 1 is for my friend. I'm keeping it for him. The friend was pulling him back. He said, don't go, you are putting yourself in prison. He said, no, I have to be straightforward. They say, if you know that you are not doing the right thing, come, let us talk to you. He now went there. He told them exactly what I've just said. It's okay. Take this 1 marijuana for that man. The one he gave to you, we are seizing it. They now counsel him. And they released him. See how the system is working. Then another one, again, a friend was working in a company. They have paid his transport allowance. But the friend now said, since I'm moving towards the same road with you, I'll be dropping you. He said, okay, you need to take the transport they gave to me, because they gave me this transport for me to be using to come to the office. Now that you are giving me little, take. He said, no, I'm your friend. It's okay. If you are not taking it, I'm taking this money back to the company. That I'm getting a lift, because they gave me this money for me to use, and by the time I don't use it, my conscience will not. So these are the things we want. Then let's come back to the family, the micro society, norms and values of the society. If parents are good, you will see they will bring up the children excellently from the house, because you learned the informal language of the culture, the tribe, the tongue of the parents. Right from home is what to teach somebody that you are bringing up, that will come to the larger society, that is the school. So if parents are good, children also will be good, because they will be imbibing good discipline to the children. That's how we are brought up before. There was a time in Bida, I committed an offense where I was beaten. I came to my father, I was crying. He said, what happened? I said, so area, they beat me, it's okay. He went into his own room, put a brother like this with his turban, said, let's go to that place. I was happy. I was thinking that when he goes there, he's going to fight on my behalf. But when he went there, he saw the people say, my child said you beat him. He bent down for them. He said, please, if he comes again and does the same thing, beat him more. I was so disappointed. You can see how disciplined we are today. This is lucky in this society. So, then education. Socialization entails normal human interactions that takes place on daily basis. This is where the norms and values of the societies are transmitted from one generation to another. And from culture, that was how education came, as I told you, from the micro society. While you are imbibing, teaching. You're teaching what is good and what is bad. Now, education has to do with the total development of an individual from infant level to adulthood. Isn't it? When somebody is educated, like all these social media people now, these youths, who they want to use to cause mayhem, to destroy their own country. Nobody will come and tell you are educated, properly educated. You will sell the idea to you, but you won't take it because you know what you are doing. You are now educated to assume a position in the society. That society, that's psychology. I believe in this psychology now. So all we need to do is to make sure that we bring back discipline into Nigeria, because all the societal is are under indiscipline. By the time we have good homes, good children from homes, before they reach the larger society, the school, to even meet peer group,
they're already grounded. They
are already grounded. You know, you have one child. You say, so I would like you to give birth to many. You, not enough. And you instill or imbibe discipline into this your child, you will be a good man. We are appealing to Nigerians that they should give APC government a chance. They should give Babatunde a chance. We believe all the 7-point agenda is working. It's only that people are seeing it in slow pace.
And we hope it will be faster than how we are seeing it.
By the time it starts working, Nigeria will be a heaven. It's going to be a heaven. So, Madam, I cherish you.
Thank you, sir.
I appreciate you. I appreciate
Kaftan TV.
Kaftan TV. You are doing a good work.
Thank you, sir.
Keep enlightening the people, sensitizing them. Sensitization is very, very key to every established person. Tell them the right thing. This is wrong. This is right. So that, because when I was coming, I had a lot of things on TV and the radio. Nigerians, those of you, they don't know that the implications. Thank you very much for calling me here.
Thank you, Professor.
Looking forward to see you guys again.
Thank you, and thank you also for making out time to come on Top Talk.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nigerians.
And that is the much we can take on this edition until we come your way again. Same time next week. I remain Leah Katung Babatunde. Have a beautiful week.
Thank you.